Good morning, my YouTube friends. Like I said, I finally found out what was wrong with my whole accounts, and it wasn't really that there was anything wrong with anesthesia. Good old morning allergies. Well, anyway, I'll come right back because the cat wants to go outside. I got a little interesting tidbit for you guys, and one of the things is that I was coming across was this. So I haven't uploaded a video in quite a while because I've been waiting for something, more important to hit the wire before I ever get things going. Now, again, and I throw this out to my friend because I never name him because I don't like to throw names out on here. But he's subscribed to this channel. It's one of the reasons why I brought the camel back. Cup of coffee. That sure is weak. But anyway, we were going to do a collaborative video. I don't know if that will ever happen. I can do it with my computer, and if he has a computer, not just a phone, I can bring him in, then we can do it. But respectively, I understand that you have a lot of things going, and you really guess you don't have time for it. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep on popping out my videos to my whole 47 subscribers. How about that? And let you know what's up. So, a while ago, we had, a couple days ago, excuse me if I bend over and I'm not in the camera anymore. So a couple days ago, there was an asteroid, about the size of a pickup, which if it would have impacted the ground at a speed that was that quick, probably would have done a lot. So the next day, they tell us here in our state of California, that's when this came out. See, this is where my mind runs with that. You guys got to stay in the house all overnight because it's COVID-19. Now remember, I'm not going on here telling any of you guys that the thing is fake, because there's a lot of people out here that think it's fake. Now, one of the things I'm going to tell you, and I think I'll go get it and bring it back here and show you. I mean, it's just a little demonstration, which is stupid because you guys already know it anyway. But I wanted to use this as a little bit of a demonstration. And eventually, things may end up having to change. And yes, I really do have a real gas mask. It took me a while to get it. And now the cartridges I can't seem to get. So I've only got one set of cartridges. And so that's about all I have. But anyway, for all you guys out there, and I don't even know if this old friend of mine that's actually on Facebook, this is a different person, even watches me here. I think we are subs here, but the thing is, you don't know. So anyway, what if the whole reason for these, looks like Dan Meyer's underwear, but what if the whole reason for these was because they didn't want you to breathe in iron oxide dust? And I've told you this in every single video, iron oxide, right? If you go to Google and you research iron oxide and put COVID-19 in there with it, you'll find out that it has the same exact properties as iron oxide. Now, the thing is, where did this begin? It began in China. So that's the southern hemisphere, They talk about the two suns and that they show up there first and da-da-da-da-da. And I remember, as I told you, this is how this is going to be. I don't think I have a coin. Maybe I do. Here's one. The quarter. And here's, we'll find something smaller. Here's a dime. I think it is. There. So here's the real sun, and here's it. The sun's sitting here, right? Here's it. Right? There. See? Ecliptical, elliptical. Now, will this ever get high enough to see it? Yes, there's a lot of people out there that think they see things, and they take pictures and whatever. Now, there was a few months ago a time where I looked out here at the moon, and I saw this little dinky red dot. This red, not Mars red, at the left corner. And I don't see it there anymore. So, and I talk about the same people and the same things and the same exact things over and over within news stories. Again, Bob Fletcher, go research him. You're going to find out that he talks about a pandemic that they start because that's the only way to start it off. They can't just come out and say, hey, look, you know, there's this rogue planet out there, and there's two of them. And one's blue like Earth, and the other one's red and carries this iron oxide tail behind it. And as it goes by, because it takes a while, and it's spitting out rocks at us, which is happening. Oh, every day, got another meteor and another asteroid coming close. So, can they come out and say, well, gee, to the masses of the world, there's this planet. It's actually more this color than really red. Orange. And it's coming by, and it's going by like this with this iron oxide tail, and it's spewing out rocks at us. Now, we can't tell you which ones are going to hit. You know, Neil deGrasse Tyson did talk about the one on our election day that was supposed to, he thought it would hit. It didn't, but that's thankful. But every time another one of these guys comes in, it's a little closer. 250 miles is zero. Do you realize that if that had come in at any other way, it would have come in? And a few years ago, not many years ago, but a few years ago, I mean, nothing like 30, but there was a big old asteroid or meteor or something like that that shot into Russia, blew all the windows out of their buildings and caused a lot of damage. That was a little guy, little bitty, like a rock. So, what's better? Oh, there's this new flu. We don't know how to get rid of it, which is in fact true, because they don't know how to get rid of the COVID-19 poisoning, right? They don't. So what are they going to do? What can they do? Oh, guess what? This new strain of flu came out. Oh, first it was this. Oh, first it was that. Wear a mask. Why? So you don't breathe in the nanoparticles that maybe somebody else sneezes on you. Sounds easy to me. And after yesterday, when they had that big old asteroid come, well, not big, but like as big as a truck, came that close, 250 miles, and almost came in, I'm saying to myself, you see? Stay at home. Don't go anywhere. Wear this. Oh, go to the grocery store and make sure. And guess what? Are you having this massive fucking droves of people into the stores? Well, not so bad. It can be, but it's not real bad. Yeah. Pretty soon, here comes the COVID-19 shot, which they're already talking about, 95% effective. We all said what happened. And as I said, I don't back any of these dudes. I don't like Joe Biden and I don't like Donald Trump. I think all these guys are corrupt. Anyway, with that all said, because I'm going to have to hurry up and get out of here pretty quick. I think it's, what time is it? I got about a half an hour to go to work. I always hate Fridays because we go to work a little later. And that kind of sucks going through town and getting there and then get off and it's almost time for you to do whatever. But anyway, I would be more afraid of that. Because you have to know that the government does lie to you. Now, they're never going to come out and say, oh, yeah, by the way, did you guys know that there's this big old rock out there and it's coming close and there ain't much we can do and all we can really do for you is to try to help you out. And maybe if you're good about it, maybe we can help you, but we're going to have to tell you a different story because if we tell you what we think it really is, then you guys are going to freak out. So what we'll do is we'll tell you it's a flu. Now, a lot of people have realized it's 99% well, 95% livable. Now, I'm going to come here and admit this to you again. Last year, probably, it was a month before they ever came out and talked about COVID-19, I got the sickest I had ever been in my life. And got lucky because I went to work, and I think it was this time. I think it was around, because there was a holiday that came up. And it ended up that I was sick the day before. No, actually, this is what happened. I was sick 2 days before the holiday, so I took those 2 days off. Then I had the holiday, then I had the next day, right? And the weekend came, and then I called in the next day and the next day. And so then by then, that was 9 days to 10 days, and I was okay enough to go back to work, but I really didn't feel that good. And I was like, couldn't breathe, all kinds of crap. I got up to help my mother because she was in a wheelchair, and I fell on my ass. I sweat like a pig, and then the next couple of days I was good. Still didn't feel good, but I was good enough, okay? So with that said, who knows? Maybe I had it. Then my mother got sick, and she went off to a nursing home, and she hasn't come back. And there's old Gato, but Gato isn't going to eat anymore because Gato was eating too much. So anyway, with all that said, who knows if I had it, whatever. But I'm telling you what, that's the reason why they're trying to tell you not to go out, not to do all these massive parties, not to be in big groups, not to do this, and not to do this and that, because they don't want you to be just by that little bad spot infected by a person who happened to be around somebody who got the iron oxide poisoning. I will keep on saying that over and over. I'm never going to change my mind with it. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. The very first time they talked about COVID, the first day they said it, I went, ooh, iron oxide poisoning. And it instantly is exactly what my mind told me. Iron oxide poisoning. Well, now, it's not going to matter whether that's true or not, because and now you see how it comes and goes and comes and goes. Oh, they're inventing this, and just wait. Well, okay, so when my last 3 minutes, and I'm just going to have to go into this as to what I feel about it, because I don't know whether this is even true. It's just something that I'm thinking. So they're going, well, why a vaccine? Well, they're going to have to give you a vaccine anyway if you have the poisoning of iron oxide, right? Now, on the other end of the scope, when a lot of people like me don't want to get this vaccine, remember now, they do, and they say, oh, they're never going to use them. They're never going to do this. But guess what? They do have FEMA camps. They do have, they've had those forever. Jesse Ventura went and looked at one. They wouldn't let him in. Supposed to be unclassified, but they wouldn't let him in. Same thing with the heart facility that they went to, and they wouldn't let him in. So anyway, they have those. They got all these coffin liners. Well, gee, I wonder what that's about. So, who's to say that if you don't want to get this shot, maybe some things happen, and then maybe you end up in one of them liners, and then there you are, and that's the way it is. And would they down the line want to chip it? Maybe. Right now, it could be just a vaccine. But eventually, they keep talking chip. One of these days, they're going to want to put that chip in you. When that happens, you're already walking around with it with your phone. What I got in my hand right now has got a chip in it, right? Okay. So they want this in you. So you're always traceable, always trackable. And just think, if something like this happens on a huge scale, they can find people to easily buy it and maybe pay a respect to you and put you in the dirt. But there's more to it. Money, everything you want to do. Oh, hey. And you probably can still transfer credits via your phone, because if it's in this part of your hand and you touch the screen, it'll still do it because it's within your finger, in your hands. We have a thumbprint recognition clock at work, but we haven't used it. Anyway, my friends, this is my whole thing. I've been coming on here talking to you guys about asteroids, meteors, COVID, the coincidences about them. They wanted us here on the coast to stay in all night. A lot of people just did what they wanted to, but you know what? I think there's some truth behind what these people are saying. So rather than be stupid and go do something else, no. And the other thing is, when it comes to these masks, you might want to think twice and help your little mom and pop store and wear one anyway when you go in, even if you don't believe in it. Because if the guy loses his business, he loses his livelihood. So anyway, my friends, again, coincidences with telling us to stay in all night, and then this meteor a day before had come by that close? Come on, man. Anyway, my friends, peace. I'll be seeing you. You guys have a really good day. Keep your eyes to the skies at night if you can. And I'll be back. I haven't done a video in a while, but I wanted to make sure I got this one in. Peace.